All right. Aaron, can you hear me at all?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yes, you're frozen.
Oh,
Okay, there you go. Now.
there we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. I'm usually doing this from home, even though the laptop at the church is supposed to be a little bit more powerful, but apparently I've been pushing it too hard today because when I was doing the countdown, I never saw any of the numbers move.
Yeah, it didn't for me either. So I imagine
Okay.
it's not for the folks watching.
Okay. So I'm not sure who's watching right now, but it might be interesting because again, things are slow, and I don't want to reboot my computer in the middle of this. So there we go. Actually, I know what it is, Aaron. I just figured it out.
What's that?
It's the time change.
The time change, man.
That is the problem. Wow. Yeah, my computer is suffering from springing forward.
Yeah, yeah, that happens. It
It
happens.
does.
I'm suffering from springing forward.
You're suffering. Yeah, I know, as am I, as am I. Hey, I just want you to know that we are doing this live, and so you're able to put stuff in the comments, and they will actually automatically appear right up there in the corner, right next to this guy, right next to him.
My point.
Uh,
Nope, I still got it wrong. Every time I think I got it.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, just as we start out, I want to let everyone know that, and I really hesitate to say this, but I believe this is going to be our last DNA show. Uh, we've been doing it. We started this about this time last year because of the pandemic, and even though the pandemic is still going, we kind of know how to move forward safely. The weather's getting better, and so I just have a sense that the the gap that this little thing that we're doing was filling might have come to an end.
Yeah.
So this will be the last DNA show, but I've got some important information a little bit later, an opportunity for everyone who's watching this and everyone who's part of St. Paul. So you might want to keep watching as we go through some of our other stuff.
Yeah.
Although, Aaron, do we have any other stuff?
I mean, maybe if we want to make some announcements, I, you know, I
Yeah,
guess,
that'd be good.
yeah, yeah. So some quick announcements. One, still accepting candy donations. This coming Sunday is going to be the day that we start actually packing eggs. So we'd really prefer if you could get candy into us by Sunday. That would be awesome. Or if you want to bring it with you on Sunday, that would be awesome as well. But on top of candy, the other thing I'm still in great need of is some folks to help us hide eggs, and we need pro. I keep saying we need pro level egg hiders and novice egg hiders. Basically, I'm thinking that we're going to have sort of three different zones for different age groups. One is sort of going to be the open field, where it's just picking up eggs, for our little bitties. We'll have some folks hiding some eggs in our gated playground for some of the middle range kids, and then we're going to have a pretty intense hide and hunt for some of our older kids as well. So we're in need of quite a few hands to help us hide some of these eggs. So if you can
Yeah.
help us out, we would greatly appreciate it.
Now, what's the upper end on the egg hunters?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Okay, well, you don't have to answer it now. You can think about that,
Yeah, yeah, no,
and
I,
then
I I didn't really have a cutoff age in mind, but I think there's sort of a natural age where kids are just not interested anymore. Um,
free
but
candy, man.
yeah, I mean, you joked a couple weeks ago. If you're an adult and you want to do, I mean, I'm not going to hold it against you. So,
Okay, all right, cool, cool. I I can track with that.
yeah,
Yeah, and we're hoping on Easter we can do an outdoor service. I mean, we are meeting inside the church now, but we're still trying to do social distancing. So there's really we can get less people in than normal. If we do it outside, then we can all be in the same space. Bring lawn chairs and stuff, and stay after and do some egg hunting and maybe connect with one another. Also this Sunday, if you saw the special announcement on YouTube or Facebook about my potential sabbatical next spring, you will know that after church this Sunday, you are invited to stick around and dream. One of the things connected with the Lilly Grant is $15,000 for St. Paul for activities while I'm away. And again, $15,000. There's a lot that can be done.
Right.
So far, things such as maybe a retreat, getting a special speaker in, when you're talking about 15,000, there's that can bring pretty good speakers, you would think.
Right.
Also, meals together, where usually when we do meals together, there's someone stuck in the kitchen, or really a lot of people stuck in the kitchen, people coming early, people staying late to put it all on. This will be an opportunity that everyone can gather together and just be with one another. I mean, it's been a while. And my hope is, as we dream, there can be some excitement. Again, it is a grant, and so we have to do a proposal, and Lilly has to accept the proposal. So it's not just a done deal. And so I don't want to say the more creative we can be, but the more we can connect our activities with times of renewal for our church, and also for me as pastor, would really go a long way in helping that proposal to be accepted. So that's going to be this Sunday and next Sunday after service.
Yeah, by the way, I did notice a couple of comments on the special announcement. Some people asking sort of, are you leaving Ministry of St. Paul for good? So I guess to clear that up, you're not.
I'm not. That's not the plan. In fact, one of the stipulations of the grant is that I will stay a year, at least a year, after the sabbatical is over. So again, the bishop is the one that makes the determination on what happens, but I'm pretty sure that the bishop would honor this this request if we do get the grant. So and really, it's probably about the only way that you can guarantee anything, even though it's not completely a guarantee. But
Right.
bishops do what they do, and they move pastors when it makes the most sense. So no, not planning on leaving. In fact, Russ Abel, our conference superintendent, said that he believes that his renewal time actually added about 5 years onto his ministry. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So, well, what else do we have, Aaron?
That's all the announcements that I had.
That's it. Well, I want to share something that is exciting, and I need to get to the right screen. And this is for everyone who is a part of St. Paul. And
hey, there's me.
And it's Aaron. No, it is this opportunity here. It is it's actually an online class. Anxiety is opportunity for spiritual growth. And I'm trying to get both of us on here, Aaron. There we go. Now we're both on there. And I'm going to take us off. Anyway, this is a class that our conference has generously given us access to as a congregation. And if you experience any sort of anxiety through this pandemic, a lot of times we see that as a negative, and we also see it as an obstacle. This is an opportunity to see it as this is a chance to see it as an opportunity for our spiritual growth. And it's led by a professor at Duke Divinity School. He's also a senior fellow at Fuller Theological Seminary. And this is something that you can go through on your own, or if we have multiple people that want to do it in group, we might actually be able to form some groups around it. And so I thought that we could, I'll just go ahead and play this intro video. And if you are interested in this, let me know, and I can get you the code where you can get it for free. And so you can actually start looking through it. And if you're interested in a group, you can let me know that too. And we might be able to get some St. Paul folks to go through this as a group process as well. So here's the video. It's only a minute, so it's not very long. But here we go. I hope it plays well. That we will see.
We live in anxious times. How do we not just survive, but instead thrive spiritually during this time? Anxiety as opportunity for spiritual growth is designed to help Christians grow closer to Jesus through anxiety. It's a resource that integrates fresh biblical insights with practical mental health. You'll experience firsthand a creative blend of online video teaching and interactive exercises. You can go through it with others in a small group or even by yourself. Anxiety is not a sin or a character flaw, and anxiety is not solely a condition for secular professionals to treat. Anxiety is actually an opportunity for spiritual growth. Come join us.
So there we go. There we go. And again, I'm going through this currently with a group from the conference, some other clergy, and we're finding it very beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a way to look at your anxiety through biblical eyes and really see it for what it is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in Scripture about anxiety. Jesus says, "Do not worry about tomorrow." You have the disciples on the boat being afraid of the storm, and Jesus speaks peace into that. And I believe as you go through this, you will be strengthened, you will be encouraged, and actually you'll also receive tools to be able to help others that might be going through anxiety. So again, if you're interested, it's absolutely free. Well, it's not free, but the conference has actually purchased a 3-year license or 2-year license for anyone that wants to go through it. All they want to know is who's going through it so that they know it was actually worth the investment, because it is an investment. And I think if you go through it as well, it'll be an investment to your spiritual life and spiritual growth. So there you go. Aaron has not seen that video. I told him a little bit about it before. So I don't know if you have any responses, just initial responses.
Yeah, I mean, he mentioned it being anxious times, and I believe that this course was probably made pretty recently, right?
Yeah.
And it is, of course, we've been living in anxious times for the past, year or so due to COVID and all that. But also, I would say that we just sort of have an anxious culture even outside of that. Even before COVID reared its ugly head, if you will. Even before COVID, anxiety, the level of, mental health diagnosis for anxiety, and its counterpart depression have like skyrocketed in the past 10 years. And so, COVID definitely didn't do anything to help that. But, I think about, and I think that's something that can be incredibly helpful. And one of those things is if you're not just convinced to do it for yourself because, you've been known to feel anxious and things like that, also do it for others, because
Yeah, that's a good thought.
other people need to hear how Jesus speaks to anxiety as well. And so going through a course like that, I think, can really help not only you, but it can also help a whole lot of other people through you.
Yeah. You know what doesn't help, Aaron, with anxiety?
What's that?
Telling someone not to worry.
Yeah. No.
What's the old saying? If you're able to keep your head while everyone around you is losing theirs, apparently you do not understand the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
It's actually a joke. If you're peaceful and everyone else is going crazy, apparently you don't fully understand the situation. No, maybe you understand something deeper than the situation. And what would it look like for you to be able to have this peaceful presence when everyone else around you is anxious and worried and concerned? That's what Jesus brings into the mix.
Reminds me of a John Wesley story.
Oh, let's hear the John Wesley story.
It's a pretty well-known one, but while John Wesley was on his way to Georgia, he got caught up in a pretty vicious storm, which threatened to take down the ship. And meanwhile, he runs into this group known as Moravians, who end up having a huge influence on Wesley. And he sees them, and they're singing like joyous hymns, and so he's so confused. He's like, "Why in the world are you guys singing these hymns of joy?" And they end up saying to him, "Well, we have nothing to fear because God is with us." Amen. And it was one of those things that made him even question his faith. He's like, "Do I have faith in God because I'm anxious and things like that?" As the video is saying, anxiety is not a sin, so it's natural to feel anxious and things like that. But it's one of those things you have to learn to have Christ, to have that peace that passes all understanding. And one of my favorite things about that story, that story is one of my favorites. One of my favorite things about it is they said to him, they're singing songs of joy because they have nothing because God's with them. And then the end of his life, the last word that John Wesley says around him is the best of all. God is with us. And so that's something we learn throughout his entire life. So if you ever get an email from me, a lot of my email says God is the best of all. God is with us. It's the quote on Wesley. And that's what it's from. I think it's so powerful. But there's your weekly Wesley story.
Yeah, there we go. And I would just say that one of the results of deepening our faith is the ability to sing even in the storm, which is what Wesley was not able to do. And that's something that this course might actually be able to help you with. Again, if you're interested, let us know. Other than that, I think that is it for this episode and for this series as well. But you never know. We still might be on, maybe here's the thing. Maybe we can convince Aaron to do his own show called Weekly Stories of Wesley. That would be amazing.
Oh man, putting people to sleep. It's pretty much be a free service of bedtime stories.
Bedtime stories of Wesley.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope everyone's having a great day. Enjoy as the weather gets better. Hopefully, we'll see you before long.
Absolutely. Grace and peace, and the best of all, God is with us.
God is indeed with us. Amen. Sing in that storm.